I read the news today, oh boy, about a sheriff's deputy in San Bernardino, a 70-year-old sheriff's deputy, and a 74-year-old Asian dude in Nashville. Both with lots of family, both leading productive, valuable lives. Both are dead now. And in both cases, we've got some black people and their lovely ladies in jail for killing them. As we listen to the stories, it almost seems like you can interchange the descriptions from the Asian guy in Nashville with the cop, the deputy, sheriff's deputy in San Bernardino. You can also exchange the descriptions of the perpetrators.
Micah, because the suspect in this case is a gang member, the witness wants to remain anonymous, which is understandable, so you'll only be hearing his voice tonight. But he was here on New Year's Eve day. He was in his truck. He saw the deputy get hit. To him, it was just an old man being assaulted by a younger one. And being a former Marine, he jumped into action.
I was extremely shocked that he had hit him. And
the voice you're hearing is that of the driver of this white pickup truck, a good Samaritan who saw off-duty deputy Larry Falsey get assaulted New Year's Eve morning and felt compelled to help.
I didn't even know what went through my head. It was just instincts that I had to do something to stop this guy from trying to get away from the scene.
Deputy Falsey had a fender bender here along Kendall Drive with the suspect, Alonzo Smith, and had gotten out to exchange information. Much of that captured by this security camera at a nearby auto service center. But after less than a minute of talk, the suspect walks up to the 70-year-old deputy and knocks him out.
I was just so shocked. I'm a veteran, and my instincts just kind of kicked in. And
the Good Samaritan then jumped out of his pickup truck and approached the suspect.
He jumped in his car and tried to leave, so I rammed him once. And then I backed up, and he was able to go around my actual truck, so I rammed him a second time in the back of his car and spun him out across the street and into that actual tree.
The Good Samaritan then cradled the unconscious deputy until paramedics arrived. Alonzo Smith would later be captured thanks to a witness who got his license number.
This defendant in this matter, we consider a career criminal, an admitted gang member. And this person needs to spend the rest of his life in prison.
That's because what began as an assault on an elderly man became a charge of homicide when Larry Falsey died last night from his head injury. And back out here live, Larry Falsey had been a public servant for nearly 4 decades, the oldest active deputy in the entire sheriff's department, but he was also a nurse. He also worked search and rescue. His funeral is tentatively set for next Tuesday because he was a deputy, or not only a deputy, but a veteran as well, 2 tours in Vietnam. He'll be buried at the Riverside National Cemetery.
And tragic night for law enforcement everywhere, especially here in Southern California, in San Bernardino County. As you said, a deputy died tonight after suffering a violent beating on New Year's Eve. He suffered a blow to the head. Take a look at this. This was 70-year-old San Bernardino County Deputy Larry Falsey. His sister writes, quote, "My brother Larry passed away peacefully, surrounded by family and friends at 8:11 p.m. He was an amazing man, brother and uncle. He served his country in Vietnam and was a 36-year veteran of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Larry was also a member of the San Bernardino County Search and Rescue Team. He was taken from us too soon." The Sheriff's Department says, quote, "We are at a loss, senseless and unprovoked act that took this great man from his family, his peers, and community." One colleague says Falsey's commitment to his profession was second to none. He was the oldest sworn member of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, according to the Sheriff's Employees Benefit Association. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard escorted the flag-draped body of Deputy Falsey from Loma Linda University Medical Center tonight. Family members were there, of course. We saw them hugging and comforting each other throughout the evening as the deputy's body was prepared for transportation from the hospital to the coroner's office. Outside this office, we just heard bagpipes playing Amazing Grace. The Sheriff's Department organized a procession to accompany the body from Loma Linda University Medical Center to the coroner's office where I am standing here tonight. That started about 10 p.m., which you saw at that time live, courtesy Sky 5. The procession reached the coroner's office around 10:30, about a half hour later. Family members and countless deputies and sheriff's officials have gathered here now. According to investigators, Deputy Falsey was off duty driving his personal vehicle on Sunday morning when a collision occurred at the intersection of University Avenue and Kendall Drive in San Bernardino. He suffered a blow to the head in an altercation with the other driver. That criminal suspect is in custody as the investigation continues, and the Sheriff's Department would still like to hear from any witnesses. Deputy Larry Falsey is survived by his sister Marjorie and his girlfriend of many years, Deborah. He also leaves behind many extended loved ones, according to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department.
Has been arrested in the November shooting death of a 74-year-old man in South Nashville.
She is Maisha Brown, charged with criminal homicide. Mara Sirianni is live at the South Police Precinct this morning, and she talks about how detectives tracked her down.
Well, guys, Maisha Brown is now in custody, and it took police about 2 months to make that arrest. Brown was taken into custody and arrested yesterday. She is charged with criminal homicide, and she is one of 12 juveniles facing that charge in 2017. It's for the November shooting death of 74-year-old Ruxin Wang. Police say Wang was shot and killed while collecting a trash can outside of his home on Claiborne Street. Witnesses reported seeing several juveniles running away from that scene. Metro Police say it took weeks of intense police work and interviews to identify Brown. The teen reportedly refused to talk with detectives following her arrest. Now, at this point, police are not saying whether or not they are looking for anyone else in connection with the crime. We're live this morning in South Nashville. Mara Sirianni, News 2.
All right, Mara, thank you very much. We remember his son put out the surveillance video from inside the house of his final moments of him getting ready to take out the trash.
Just heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
So that's it now. Old people are now to be regular, routine victims of black criminality and violence. Nobody's going to connect the dots. Nobody's going to say, hey, why are so many old people dying at the hands of these black people? What's that all about? Nobody will say that. It has no meaning. Or is it just that the meaning will make the black kids angry?